The Northwest Finance MEC, Motlalepula Rosho, is expected to table the provincial budget for the 2024-25 financial year in the provincial legislature today. Expected to feature prominently in the budget are measures put in place, by government to protect the social sector, job creation initiatives, performance by provincial economies, and key economic drivers. Thabiso Moss is part of our team watching developments and joins us now live from inside the chambers, it appears. And Thabiso, of course, Northwest being home to some of the worst performing municipalities in the country, there's a lot of interest around how they're going to be spending their money.
Indeed, Ayanda, good morning to you and our viewers at home. As you have just alluded, the state of municipalities in the province is dire, as the MEC has also alluded to that fact when she was delivering the budget speech for 24-25 financial year. As you have said in your introduction, we are here inside the Northwest legislature chamber, and the MEC is joining me in a moment. Just to tell you, to give you a bit of background, the MEC has tabled a budget of 53.7 billion for the 24-25 financial year, and obviously the social cluster getting the chunk of the budget, the department, including your Department of Education as well as the Department of Health. But without wasting any time, let me bring to our conversation the MEC for Finance in the Northwest, MEC Motlalepula Rosho. MEC, good morning to you. Welcome to SABC News Channel 404. You coined this the people's budget. Why?
Let me thank you and good morning to the viewers at home. This is a people's budget because in the 6th administration we had made a commitment to ensure that we make proper allocations in terms of our education and health sector, which is a social sector, which in our view, coming from the party where I come from, the ANC, is calling social transformation. So we have been able to respond to that. Even under difficult COVID pandemic challenges, we've been able to ensure that we repurpose the very same budget we tabled at the time during the 2020-2021 financial year to ensure that we respond to COVID response plans that were formulated, that were outlined, in making sure that people are getting vaccination. We're able to expand the beds in various hospitals. We're able to repurpose some of our facilities to ensure that people are able to isolate. So saving people's life, it demonstrates that this is a people's budget. We have ensured that we maximize the work that is done by the social development in terms of their facilities where victims of gender-based violence have been held. By the way, at national level, they normally, in terms of the budget, in terms of priorities, they'll prioritize education and health. But in the Northwest, we're very conscious in terms of making sure that we package the education and health together with our social development department, because they do a lot of work. By the way, we're a rural province and we're serving 3.8 million people. It's not been an easy budget. As tight as it was, we've aggressively made a remarkable impact in Mary France. Yes, there are still challenges, but we're quite content and comfortable. The last 5 years, the journey that we've traveled under the COVID pandemic, we have ensured that the people of Northwest benefit in this budget.
And you have allocated budgets to departments, to the provincial departments. The issue of underspending, you also highlighted that on your speech. What are you going to do as the provincial government to ensure that these departments spend their budgets?
To be quite honest, as we end the administration, we've spent quite well. We've done well. We are already at 92%, and as we're going to close some of our payments of the creditors, I think as we close the books, we'll be at 97-98%. So we'll not have that experience that we've had in the past previous years, whereby the budget will lose some of the grants to national. It will be very limited. We have spent, because what we did, we started to, as we tabled the expenditure performance in the Executive Council, we ensured that all our HODs, they come up with remedies. We told with your remedial action, whereby we call it recovery plan, and implement those plans, and we follow them to the core. During the Twinsale rule, I think the launching of the Twinsale rule, it seeks to accelerate service delivery. And we are able also to utilize these platforms and forums, partnering with our municipalities to spend the budget. And that is why we are where we are. We've interacted with our communities. We've closed the gap of social distance. We've started to understand and appreciate the issues of our communities that are present. And this has not been an event. What we did is we go to various municipalities. We'll ensure that from Monday to Tuesday, we work with communities across the area where we are visiting, go into different dots and ensure that issues that they are raising there are being addressed. For example, we've not been able to give a lot of our NPOs money in the previous, but at the moment through Tunzanur, we are able to, every time when we are there, we give out the checks, the dummy checks of course, but so that support the NPOs which have submitted business plans to be supported. I think great process has been done. Part of the things that we are doing, we are making sure that issues of 30 days payment to our SMM is also we ensure that we ensure that once that they have not been paid, the others they change bank accounts. So during this program, we are able to also educate them and empower them that go and change the bank account so that you are able to be supported.
Yeah. And MEC, you have also reflected on the past 5 years as far as the sixth administration is concerned. You have invested something like more than 6 billion on infrastructure, especially if you look at our roads in the province, or spending on the roads, whether it's patching potholes and also graveling some of these roads. Yes. But if you look at the state of our roads in the province, surely one might say that maybe the roads are not in good conditions, even though you have spent so much over the past 5 years.
To be quite honest with you, yes, we admit there are still challenges, but there's work that has been done. If you have someone, I want to make an example. The NCOP members visited Deelpan, and I'm talking about around November. They visited Deelpan, and they told us, remember, they were not coming for the first time, and they were comparatively speaking, in the period of 6 months, they've seen great progress that we have done. And part of our roads, because of the limited budget, we have handed over those roads to Sanral, in making sure that we partner with them and we start to respond to some of the roads that you are talking about. But there's work that we've been done. And you must remember, some of the roads that we are intervening, we are working together with municipalities because they are not our responsibility. But we can't say it's not our responsibility because we are serving the same communities. So we fostered relationships with the infrastructure departments of various municipalities to ensure that we continue to patch the potholes. But also we must have returning investment. We must have people that we appoint, they must do the work, they must do the quality work, there must be returning investment in that, because the economic growth, we need to focus on them. We must intensify the work that we've already done to this end so that we're able to attract more investors in the province. Let
us talk about the economic outlook of the province. We know that the picture is not looking good. Even nationally, we grew at 0.6% growth, yes, nationally last year. And in your last budget speech last year, you said the province is performing at suboptimal, that we might see the economic growth annually of 1.48% until 2026 in the province. How are we looking economic-wise in the province? And also going to issue of job creation, but let us start with the economic outlook.
Look, in terms of the targets that we had projected, we've not met the exact targets of 0.4%, but you must also recall that we are not immune from other provinces even as a country, because globally the economic environment is not very aggressive to be able to strengthen our economic outlook as a country. Obviously, as a province like Northwest, which is again a rural province, your rate of high unemployment tells you that we've not actually, in terms of the economic outlook, but we are looking for beyond this in that MTF cycle. We'll be able to aggressively be able to have that traction on the outlook and be able actually to move from 0.65%. We are hoping that we can be able to deal with that. By the way, this is not only about provincial government. Remember, the role of government is to create an enabling environment for investors, for private sector to participate in the economic space. So our role in terms of this budget, we'll continue to do it. We'll partner with the mining sector, mining houses, in terms of the social labor place, because that's another strategy that we need to bring them on board, that the little that we have, we should be able to aggressively implement it with the concerted effort of and the minds of the private sector in making sure that our infrastructure is adequate to create job opportunities.
Thank you, MEC.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's Finance MEC in the province of Northwest, MEC Motlalepula Rosho. As you all know, that the unemployment rate in this province is standing at 39%, and with the extended definition, we are at just over 52%. And that's a rep from us from here at the Northwest Provincial Legislature.